Learning objectives. At the end of this topic, you will be able to explain how to deal with garbage, discuss vermicomposting, comprehend recycling of paper, discuss the usage of plastic in daily lives, discuss the methods to minimize overuse of plastics and deal with garbage. Introduction. The things that are not needed to us and are thrown away are called waste. All human and animal activities produces waste. Waste generally originates from home, offices, schools, colleges, and industrial areas. The waste that is produced as a result of human activities like kitchen waste, human waste, newspapers, and usage of plastic bags are domestic wastes. We generally throw the waste materials from our home in the dustbins that are provided on the roads. Where does these waste materials get actually taken to? Think about this. Dealing with garbage. The garbage from different parts of a place are collected using a garbage truck. They are taken to a large low-lying area called a landfill. Landfills are predominantly located at the outskirts of the city or town. You may wonder why landfills are located far from a city or a town. Imagine garbages are collected from different bins that are located all over the city or town. There may be lots of flies, cockroaches, and mosquitoes present in it. Moreover, the dumps of garbages smell very bad. In addition, garbages are the places where microorganisms like bacteria and virus grow, and hence this spoils the health of human beings and animals. Though a landfill can be a large low-lying area, over a period of time, the landfill becomes full by dumping them with garbages for days together. When a landfill is full, it's either converted into a playground or a park. They are not fit for building constructions. This is because the soil gets loosened when the soil is mixed with the garbage and due to repeated process of decaying. In fact, it may take nearly 20 to 30 years for the land to get ready for building constructions. Before dumping the garbage into landfill, they are segregated into useful and non-useful ones. You may wonder how a garbage can be useful. Garbages that easily decay are called a useful waste or biodegradable waste. These biodegradable waste generally includes fruits and vegetable waste, food remains, plant and animal waste, tea leaves, waste from coffee grounds, and even paper. On the other hand, those substances that do not decay or that take more amount of time to decay are called non-useful waste or non-biodegradable wastes. The non-biodegradable waste generally includes polythene bags, plastics, and aluminum foils. The biodegradable wastes are used for making manure using compost pit, whereas the non-biodegradable wastes are used for recycling. The useful garbage is generally buried in a pit called compost pit. These useful components are converted into manure after burying in the soil. You may wonder how it happens. Microorganisms in the soil act on these materials and convert them into manure, and hence this process is called composting. You may have a doubt. What happens when a non-biodegradable waste is buried into the soil? As already discussed, the non-biodegradable garbage generally takes up time to decay, or they do not decay at all. When we bury non-biodegradable substance, it undergoes decaying by the process of decomposition. While undergoing decomposition, these non-biodegradable garbage produces poisonous gases that are harmful to us. Hence, non-biodegradable substances are sent for recycling. Composting. You may have an issue how the biodegradable components are converted into manure. Here we go with a simple experiment. Move to your kitchen's dustbin and start collecting the useful garbage and non-useful garbage into 2 separate bags. Now go to your garden and dig 2 pits. Transfer the materials in the bags to 2 different pots. Keep these pots inside the pit and close it. After 2 weeks, dig out the 2 pots. You will find that the first pot does not give any foul smell, and it's been totally converted into a composting that's usually used as manure. In the second pot, you find the content is the same as before with a foul smell. There will not be decay at all. This proves that the biodegradable substance decay over a period of time, whereas non-biodegradable substance do not decay in a shorter period of time. It is also necessary for us to segregate the biodegradable and non-biodegradable garbages during our daily activities. The government generally provides 2 separate bins for the segregation of garbage. The green-colored bin is used for collecting biodegradable garbage, and the blue-colored bin is used to collect non-biodegradable garbage. Burning of leaves in the garden should not be encouraged, since it releases many harmful gases and leads to disorders like asthma and other lung diseases. Vermicomposting. From the previous experiment, you would have got an idea of the materials that are biodegradable and non-biodegradable in nature. But don't you have a question what exactly happens during the time of 2 weeks while converting a biodegradable substance into a compost? Just burying the biodegradable substances will not contribute to the exact preparation of manure. Preparation of manure in larger quantities is not possible with the help of this method. Hence, to achieve this, we use a method called vermicomposting. The process of preparing compost with the help of red worms is called as vermicomposting. Red worms are the type of earthworms that live in a moist condition, and hence it cannot withstand extremely hot or extremely cold conditions. Vermicompost pit is generally constructed using a wooden pit and a chicken mesh as shown. The chicken mesh is usually placed at the bottom of the pit. To undergo vermicomposting, first place the vegetable and fruit wastes over the chicken mesh. Apart from the vegetable and fruit waste, you can also add certain waste materials like papers, plant stems, etc. But see to it that the paper is not plastic coated in nature or any kind of plastic material. Sprinkle a little amount of water over the waste material. Care has to be taken such that water should not be added in excess. Now add the red worms to the pit. Before closing the pit, it is necessary for us to add food substances to the red worms for their existence. Red worms predominantly feed on vegetable and fruit waste. They do not feed upon meat, oil, pickle, or dairy products. This is done because the materials like meat, oil, etc. creates a space for the creation of harmful microorganisms over the pit, leading to the death of red worms. Redworms do not have teeth. They have a special structure called gizzard to feed upon. Moreover, certain materials like eggshells can be powdered and sprinkled over the pit, since they can act as a food material for the redworms. Redworms can eat food equal to its weight every day. A vermicompost pit generally takes around 2 to 4 weeks to get ready. By increasing the number of redworms, it is possible to reduce this long duration. After 2 to 3 weeks, open up the wooden pit. If you find any muddy substance over the top of the pit, you can come to a conclusion that your vermicompost pit is ready. To take the compost from the pit, add certain vegetable or fruit waste to one side of the pit. You will find that the worms move towards the waste material, leaving way to extract the compost. The vermicompost should not be used as such in the gardens for manuring. It has to be dried in sunlight before using it. The worms can be used for further composting. Recycling of paper. In the daily activities, you throw many waste in the form of garbage. That includes paper in large amounts. Just think, if you as a single person throws away so much of paper, how much of paper will be collected throughout the city? Do you know papers are made from trees? Many trees are cut in the preparation of papers. Wasting of papers may lead to increase in the cutting of trees. Hence, think before you throw anything. Old used papers can be converted into many useful products that are useful for our daily life. It can be used to make things like paper baskets, bags, files and holders, even greeting cards as well. In order to avoid cutting of trees for the paper preparation, it is necessary to undergo recycling of papers. Let us see how recycling of papers is exactly done with the help of this video. As a first step, papers from different localities are collected and they are sent to a recycling factory. In the factory, the papers are segregated and sent through conveyors for soaking and grinding. The ground papers are again sent to the next level to filter the water and fiber separate. The separated fibers are sent to a series of rollers to transform a large sheet of paper into rolls. The rolled papers are cut as per the desired shapes and packed for manufacturing. Plastic, a boon or a curse? Plastic plays a major role in our daily lives. We use plastic in the form of bags, bottles, cups, cutleries, and plates in our day-to-day activities. Life without plastic is unimaginable. Almost everything around us is made of plastic. Though plastic seems to be a boon to mankind, it is necessary for us to know its drawbacks too. Not all the plastics are recyclable in nature. Hence, when there is no appropriate method followed while disposing plastics, this creates a problem. We should avoid throwing garbage in plastic covers, as the animals cannot differentiate between food and plastic waste. Hence, this may lead to death of certain animals. Throwing plastic bags carelessly in the roads and other places leads to choking of drainages and other sewage areas, leading to spillage of drainage water on the roads. Methods to minimize garbage and usage of plastic. The following are certain methods to minimize the garbage and usage of plastic. 1. Minimize the usage of plastic bags and try to reuse the plastic bags as much as possible. 2. Carry cloth bags with you all the time you go for shopping and insist the shopkeeper to use the same. 3. Avoid storing eatables in plastic bags. 4. Do not throw plastic bags here and there after use. 5. Do not burn plastic bags or any plastic item. 6. Do not use plastic bags to throw garbage. 7. Recycle paper. 8. Do vermicomposting in your home to utilize the kitchen waste efficiently. 9. Use both sides of the paper to write. Do not throw away after using one side of it. 10. Advise your friends and family members to follow proper practices while disposing garbage. Summary. Let's summarize the topic. The garbage from different parts of a place are collected using a garbage truck and taken to a large low-lying area called a landfill. Garbages that can easily decay is called a useful waste or biodegradable waste. Those substances that do not decay or that take more amount of time to decay are called non-useful waste or non-biodegradable waste. Microorganisms in the soil act on the biodegradable materials and convert them into manure, and hence this process is called composting. When we bury non-biodegradable substance, it undergoes decaying by the process of decomposition. Preparation of manure done with the help of red worms is called vermicomposting. In order to avoid cutting of trees for the paper preparation, it is necessary to undergo recycling of papers. Not all the plastics are recyclable in nature. Hence, when there is no appropriate method followed while disposing plastics, it creates a problem.